everybody. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Well, welcome. Let's see if we can do some warm-ups. I'm going to tell you to do something. You can do it forever and ever and ever until I say freeze. Okay, I want you to start with wiggle your finger. You can wiggle your finger forever and ever and ever until I say freeze. If you stopped, you're a good listener. Okay, I want you to wiggle your finger and pull on your earlobe. Here's your earlobe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You can do it and do it and do it until I say freeze. If you stopped, you're a good listener. Okay, I'm going to make it even harder. I'm going to ask you to wiggle your finger, pull on your ear, and click your tongue like this. Are you ready? Wiggle your finger, pulling, go. Freeze. If you stop, you really are a good listener. Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. They're in my lap. Creep them, right into your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. Very good. Can you do it faster? Let's see if we can do it faster. Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. Creep them, right into your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. I wonder, can you do it faster? Let's see. Take a deep breath. You ready? Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, put them in your lap. Creep them, right into your chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. We're going on a picnic today, and I have my dress and my apron all ready, and I'm going to come a little closer so you can see my tummy. I know no lady who swallowed a hot dog. Oh, that hot dog was as big as a log. She was such a hog. I know no lady who swallowed a BLT. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, that is. Oh, gee, she swallowed a BLT. She swallowed the BLT if she swallowed the hot dog. She was such a hog. I know no lady who swallowed a pickle. Down it went with a terrific tickle. She swallowed the pickle if she swallowed the BLT. Swallowed the BLT if she swallowed the hot dog. She was such a hog. I know an old lady who swallowed lemonade. Lemonade from the pantry she did raid. She swallowed lemonade if she swallowed the pickle. Swallowed the pickle if she swallowed BLT. Swallowed the BLT if she swallowed the hot dog. She was such a hog. I know an old lady who swallowed watermelon. She ought to be telling she ate that watermelon. She swallowed the watermelon if she swallowed the lemonade. Swallowed the lemonade if she swallowed the pickle. Swallowed the pickle if she swallowed BLT. Swallowed the BLT if she swallowed the hot dog. She was such a hog. I know an old lady who swallowed an ant. Oh, that ant made her pant. She swallowed the ant if she swallowed the watermelon. Swallowed the watermelon if she swallowed the lemonade. Swallowed the lemonade if she swallowed the pickle. Swallowed the pickle if she swallowed BLT. Swallowed the BLT if she swallowed the hot dog. She was such a hog. I know an old lady who swallowed a picnic basket. Surely nothing there could possibly mask it. She was such a hog. Well, I'm going to take off my apron, and I'm going to locate a basket which does not have food in it. This is a picnic basket that you pack, so you have things that are ready for your picnic. such as, let's see, you will need napkins. Here's one napkin and another. And let me see. Oh, you will need a knife, maybe to spread mustard on your hot dog. And you might need a fork to eat cake. And let me see, I think I need a spoon too. I don't know what we would need a spoon to scoop some things out. And of course, you will need cups. These are stuck together. Two nice plastic cups so they don't break. And what are you going to eat on? Plates. Clink. They're plastic. And you know what? I'm going to need some sunscreen. And maybe some mosquito repellent, because you know those mosquitoes, along with the ants, are big pests. And then, last of all, I will need a blanket or a quilt that I can spread out and we can sit on. Well, the story I have today is called Gregory the Terrible Eater. Maybe he shouldn't go on a picnic. And it's by Mitchell Sharma and illustrated by Jose Rego and Ariane Dewey. Once there was a goat named Gregory. Gregory liked to jump from rock to rock, kick his legs into the air, and butt his head against walls. "I'm an average goat," said Gregory. But Gregory was not an average goat. Gregory was a terrible eater. Every time he sat down to eat with his mother and father, he knew he was in for trouble. Looks like they're eating on a picnic too, huh? "Would you like a tin can, Gregory?" asked Mother Goat. "No thanks," said Gregory. "How about a nice box, a piece of rug, and a bottle cap?" asked Father Goat. "Bah," said Gregory unhappily. "Well, I think this is a meal fit for a goat," said Mother Goat as she chewed on an old shoe. "It certainly is," said Father Goat as he ate a shirt, buttons, and all. "I don't know why you're such a fussy eater, Gregory." "I'm not fussy," said Gregory. "I just want fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, bread, and butter. You know, good stuff like that." Mother Goat stopped eating the shoe. "Now, what kind of food is that, Gregory?" she said. "It's what I like," said Gregory. "It's revolting," said Father Goat. He wiped his mouth with his napkin. After Gregory was excused from the table, Father Goat said, "Gregory is such a terrible eater." "I wonder what's wrong with him," said Mother Goat. Mother and Father ate their evening newspaper in silence. There they are. And look what Gregory's dreaming about. When you have little bubbles like that, with tiny little bubbles, it shows what that person or animal is thinking. The next morning, Mother and Father Goat were enjoying a pair of pants and a coat for breakfast. Gregory came to the table. "Good morning, Gregory," said Father and Mother Goat. "Good morning," said Gregory. "May I have some orange juice, cereal, and bananas for breakfast, please?" "Oh, no," Mother Goat said. "Do have some of this nice coat." "Oh, take a bite of these pants," said Father Goat. "Bah," said Gregory, and he left the table. Father Goat threw down his napkin. "That does it," he said. "Gregory just isn't eating right. We must take him to the doctor." Here's what Gregory would like for breakfast. And here's what Gregory's mother and father are eating. Father and Mother Goat took Gregory to the doctor. Dr. Ram was munching on a few pieces of cardboard. "What seems to be the trouble?" he asked. "Gregory is a terrible eater," said Mother Goat. "We've offered him the best: shoes, boxes, magazines, tin cans, coats, pants. But all he wants are fruits, vegetables, eggs, fish, orange juice, and other horrible things." "What do you have to say about all this, Gregory?" asked Dr. Ram. "I want what I like," said Gregory. "Makes sense," said Dr. Ram. He turned to Mother and Father Goat. "I've treated picky eaters before," he said. "They have to develop a taste for good food slowly. Try giving Gregory one new food each day until he eats everything." That night for dinner, Mother Goat gave Gregory spaghetti and a shoelace in tomato sauce. "Not too bad," said Gregory. The next day she gave him string beans and a rubber heel cut into small pieces. "That meal was good and rubbery," said Gregory. The day after that, Mother Goat said, "We have your favorite today, vegetable soup. But there's one condition. You must also have to eat the can." "Okay," said Gregory. "What's for dessert?" "Ice cream," said Father Goat. "But you have to eat the box too." "Oh, yummy," said Gregory. "I'm proud of you," said Father Goat. "You're beginning to eat like a goat." "I'm learning to like everything," said Gregory. One evening, Father Goat asked, "Has anybody seen my striped necktie?" "Not since breakfast," said Mother Goat. "Come to think of it, I haven't seen my sewing basket today. I left it in the living room after supper last night." Father Goat turned to Gregory. "Gregory, have you been eating between meals?" "Yes," said Gregory. "I can't help it. Now I like everything." "Well," said Mother Goat, "it's all right to eat like a goat, but you shouldn't eat like a pig." "Oh," said Gregory. After Gregory went to bed, Mother Goat said, "I am afraid Gregory will eat my clothes hamper." "Yes, and then my toolkit will be next," said Father Goat. "He's eating too much. We have to do something about it." They aren't happy, are they? The next evening, just before supper, Mother and Father Goat went to the town dump. They brought home 8 flat tires, a 3-foot piece of barber pole, a broken violin, and half a car. They piled everything in front of Gregory's sandbox. When Gregory came home for supper, he said, "What's all that stuff in the yard?" "Your supper," said Father Goat. "It all looks good," said Gregory. Gregory ate the tires and the violin. Then he slowly ate the barber pole. But when he started on the car, he said, "I have a stomach ache. I have to lie down." Gregory went to his room. "I think Gregory ate too much junk," said Father Goat. "Let's hope so," said Mother Goat. All night, Gregory tossed and twisted and moaned and groaned. The next morning, he went down for breakfast. "What would you like for breakfast today, Gregory?" asked Father Goat. "Scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of wax paper and a glass of orange juice," said Gregory. "That sounds just about right," said his mother. And it was. This is a story about a little boy who was very, very hungry, but he didn't know what he wanted to eat. So he decided he'd go out into the garden, because after all, that's where vegetables grow, and it was summer. So he went out into the garden. He saw this big turnip. And he picked the turnip, and he took a bite out of the turnip, and it was so bitter. Ugh. So he decided he wasn't going to eat that. Then he looked further in the garden, and he saw this huge tomato. And he picked the tomato, and he took a bite out of the tomato, but it was so juicy that all the juice fell down, right down over his shirt, all over him. So he thought, I'm not going to eat that one. So he decided that maybe what he ought to do is look outside of the garden. Maybe there was something outside of the garden. And so when he got outside of the garden, he saw this big yellow blob. And he thought, well, I wonder what it could be. Maybe that's something good to eat. But when he got closer, he realized what the yellow blob was. All these yellow crayons that had been left out overnight and then sitting in the sun, the hot sun in the summer, and they had all melted together. And of course, he couldn't possibly eat those. Those crayons don't taste good. So back to the garden. And he got back to the garden and he saw these tiny little green things, which were green beans. And he thought, oh, that would be good. I'll see if I can't eat the green beans. And so he started to chew on the green beans, and they were raw and very stringy, and he knew that wasn't going to work. So over in the shade, growing in the shade, in the darkness, were these things. Do you know what they are? Sure, they're mushrooms. And they were kind of bland, tasteless. And so he looked around in the garden, and there was another tomato plant with tiny little tomatoes. And so he picked 1, 2, 3 of them. And they were too juicy too. And he picked one more string bean, and he said, that's not going to do it either. Those are too stringy. And he thought, and he thought, and he said, I know. I could eat a pizza. This is a poem called I Went on a Picnic. I went on a picnic and ate myself silly. I bit into a giant sandwich with pickles, oh so dilly. I scarfed down some lemonade and heard my stomach gurgle. I drank some fizzy soda, a noise like a zurgle. I slurped down some watermelon, so cooling and so sweet, a fruit that offers such a welcomed and refreshing treat. I had some cake with a topping oh so yummy, chocolate sprinkles, M&Ms filling up my growing tummy. Now my stomach growls with a nasty throbbing ache that I'm sure all night I shall be completely awake. I would be. Okay. Mrs. Wishy-Washy. She doesn't have to worry about her animals eating. She just has to worry about them jumping in the mud. And some of you do this with me every week, and others of you have not done it before. So we're going to act it out. And when you're Mrs. Wishy-Washy, you put your hands on your hips. Or you put your hand to your brow, go, ah, or you point. Now, there are 3 animals in the book, and they jump in the mud. Actually, the cow jumps in the mud. And you can jump in the mud. You can jump in your chair, you can jump in the room, whatever. The pig rolls in the mud. And the duck paddles in the mud. There's that duck paddling in the mud. And the best part of this book is when they get washed, because Mrs. Wishy-Washy doesn't like mud. So we go wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Okay, I'm sitting down, but you can be standing up, whatever you want to do. And it's Mrs. Wishy-Washy by Joy Cowley. Mrs. Wishy-Washy. And these animals say, "Oh, lovely mud." "Oh, lovely mud," said the cow. And she jumped in it. Jump, jump, jump. "Oh, lovely mud," said the pig. And he rolled in it. Now it's the duck paddling. "Oh, lovely mud," said the duck. And she paddled in it. All right, get ready to be Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Hands on her hips. Along came Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Hand to her brow. "Oh, just look at you," she said. Actually, she screamed. So if you want to say, "Oh, just look at you," unless there's somebody sleeping in your house. Now let's get pointing. In the tub you go. In went the cow. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the pig. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. In went the duck. Wishy-washy, wishy-washy. Okay, Mrs. Wishy-Washy, get your hands on your hips. "That's better," said Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and she went into the house. Away went the cow, away went the pig, away went the duck. Now, we can say this all together, "Oh, lovely mud," and we can scream it, unless there's a baby sleeping in your house or an adult who has to be sleeping in the daytime. You ready? 1, 2, 3. "Oh, lovely mud," they said. The itsy-bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. Then the itsy-bitsy spider went up the spout again. Let's see if we can find the spider. I have a little spider with me, but he's kind of funny. Sometimes he doesn't like to come out and play, and other times he does. But, I'm going to see if I can find him here. Oh, a spider, spider, spider. Come out. Uh-oh. He's hiding. He's inside there. He's hiding. How do we get him to come out? Well, how about on the count of 3 we say, "Oh, spider, come out." Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. "Oh, spider, come out." I see an eye, but he's still not out. Oh dear, what do we do? Maybe we were too loud. Do you think we were too loud? All right, let's whisper. At the count of 3, go, oh, spider, come out. You ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out. I see his eye, but he still won't come out. How are we ever going to make him come out? Well, let's see. We did it loud and we did it whisper. Oh, I know. Let's use the magic word. We can kind of whisper because I think we scared him the first time. We're just to say 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out, please. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, spider, come out, please. There he is. There he is. We did it. Okay, I'm going to sing a song, and I want you to sing just what I sang after me, like an echo. I am busy, said the spider, very, very busy, very, very busy, spinning my web, spinning my web. I am busy, said the spider, story hour is over, story hour is over, see you next week, see you next week. Bye-bye.